Hello, quiz guzzlers, and welcome to the Ordinary Quiz. I'll be your typically
program
high-energy host, your king of questions, the emperor of the ephemeral, the Führer of trivia, Adolf Quizler. Let's get
Is this
straight
the guy
into
who
the
covered the
first
history of
question.
scene?
What was HQ Trivia? Was it A cultural phenomenon that promised a new age in interactive broadcast?
It is this guy?
Was
Thought
it
so.
B, a smartphone application that resurrected appointment TV? Or was it C, a loss-making dumpster fire
Well, that's in the
failure
title. It has to be
brought into
C.
the public eye by a neat gimmick? Or was it D, all of the above? Let's find out.
Fuck, trick question.
It's 2017, and a new app is captivating a small but overly enthusiastic audience.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god!
But these
This is like the Nintendo 64 kid. What happened?
were understandable, because HQ wasn't like the other apps. It didn't take your money, it gave you some. Anyone who correctly answered every question in one of the app's twice daily broadcasts would win a share of a not insubstantial jackpot.
That's a pretty
And
cool
because of
idea.
its time-sensitive
Easy to
way
cheat,
questions were
which is
posed,
great.
Even winning a small amount of money was enough to make people positively quiz their pants. Like this woman who won a cool $11 dues.
Damn, she's fucking going. Let's. Whee!
But it wasn't all about the money.
What a good day.
Right now, and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "It's time for HQ, baby!"
The game also had a charismatic
Thanks for some letter C and
sharp-dressed
crime feed.
host named Scott Rogowski,
And
he's
Snooze.
undeniably the smug face of the app. He quickly amasses a stadium worth of simps who call him their quiz daddy.
And the audience is growing.
Audience is
too.
growing. We had our record.
I've never heard of
Sunday
this.
Night, 240,000 players, HQties I call them, playing around the world for an $8,000 jackpot.
He's wildly popular and a skilled improviser, which is lucky because the app's broadcast broke down more often than a middle-aged divorcee. Behind the glitches and the gimmicks, though, were HQ's founders, Russ Yusupov and Colin Kroll,
Hey, what's up,
who were
guys?
also responsible for creating Vine.
We thought,
Oh.
hey, let's combine some of our favorite elements of mobile gaming,
Thanks for
live
some mouth.
video, and TV production, mash them together and create an
I
experience
also never used
that,
Vine.
people, frankly, have never had before.
They'd sold Vine to Twitter for $30 million, but when everyone's
They coulda got more.
billionaire vagrant ran the service into the ground, Russ wasn't shy about
There's a
making
Prime
his
Chewie.
threats public. Cue the sound of the world's smallest diamond-encrusted violin. But with HQ Trivia, Russ and Colin were back at it again
Thanks
with
for
the
some
Krispy
Pope.
Kreme.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
But much like this iconic moment of donut-adjacent idiocy, HQ Trivia was viral, ambitious, and doomed to end in disaster.
Seems like a cool idea. What do you
For the first
mean?
few months,
What
HQ
happened?
Trivia gradually
They execute someone live on HQ
But
Trivia
then
or
in
something?
November 2017, things went nuclear. The Daily Beast had Russ on record saying that he was thinking of firing Quiz Daddy because he had
What?
spoken to the press without his permission. In reaction, Scott's big simping army took to Twitter, and the hashtag #FreeScott was soon trending all across North America. Suddenly, everyone and their mum was downloading HQ Trivia to see if Scott was still trapped in their phones. He was. The truth was that Scott was never in any actual danger. He was integral to the app's success, thanks in large part to this manufactured drama. And by January,
More
2018,
Orson Welles
HQ
outtakes.
Trivia was the 6th most downloaded
Maybe.
app in the App Store. Before HQ, Scott had been best known for these extremely tame subway prank-type stunts where he was reading inappropriate books. Now he was the star
He was a
of
YouTuber?
new kind of broadcast.
Prank
and he was
YouTuber? Wow.
often its saving grace. By the end of 2017, the app would frequently glitch out or freeze or just stop working altogether, straining under the weight of its rapidly growing user base. On New Year's Eve, the entire game stopped working, but Scott managed to improv his way through the broadcast, keeping 500,000 people watching, even though the questions weren't appearing on screen.
Come on, don't be shy. Get out here. Get out of here. Let me see you spin.
Spin, spin, spin!
More
This looks
players also meant
uncomfortable.
there had to be bigger prizes, as there would inevitably be more winners who would share the jackpot. People might go crazy for $11.
You gonna play the Ruined
but
King?
no
Probably
one was
not.
blowing their beans over
Easy tier 1
11
swaggy.
cents. As a result, the jackpots spiraled upwards.
Oh. I see why he was freaking out so much now. 12K. Jesus Christ.
We found the one! There could only be one, and we found the one!
75,000.
Wow. Wait a minute.
That's a lot of money.
This led many to
What the
wonder how
fuck?
the app could possibly be making any money. And it might not surprise you to know, it wasn't. Apparently Russ had read his business studies textbook backwards. You see, traditionally, in capitalism, businesses make money by taking money from their customers, not by handing it out. And
It's not a
HQ
bad
was
strategy, though.
largely attracting its audience through the universal appeal of free money. At some point,
Then you just put
they
ads
were
in it.
gonna actually have
That's
to
how
make
most of
that
them do
cash
it.
back. But thanks to $15 million worth of venture capital funding, that wouldn't have to be anytime soon. Because asking their customers for
Hey, tier
cash
1
would
ID
undercut
jacks.
the app's entire concept, the only thing they could sell
Yeah, no worries,
was
Steltex.
access to their user base's eyeballs. Sneaker brand and sweatshop operator Nike ponied up $100,000 for a special episode, and also made these pretty fresh HQ foot containers.
That was
And
like
the prize
shit.
money for the Nike game was shared between just 4 winners.
Here's your sub
Warner
HPM.
Brothers also slid HQ $3 million and even let them borrow one of their most recognizable flesh puppets.
Wow, 2,214,16,076. It's crazy.
And 2 million people
Oh
tuned
my
in to
God.
see what The Rock was shilling. Afterwards, Warner Brothers provided another $250,000 prize to promote the CGI Stinkfest Ready Player One.
Yeah,
By
it was kinda
February
stinky.
2018, the app was regularly bringing in over 2 million viewers without the addition of any Hollywood action goon. Also in April, Bobby De Niro was a guest, and he definitely
Hey!
understood what was going on.
You don't say ta-da because nobody says ta-da. You're not a magician. If you're a pro, you say, that's a wrap. Then you know what happens? You eat all the free food on the set because that's what it is. So see you at the wrap party.
Hey, thanks, Robert De Niro.
Saw nothing
Whoa,
but
what the
wins
fuck was he
in
there
the
for?
future. It was such a phenomenon that multiple copycat, virtually shot trivia games started to emerge from the woodwork. Facebook launched their own HQ knockoff called Confetti, and it was wank.
Easy tier 1,
Apparently
Nick.
filmed in a dingy nightclub bathroom, it emits the energy of a Saturday morning kids show presented by middle-aged alcoholics. HQ
Sounds
created
great
their
to
own
me. Sign me the
podcast
fuck up.
abroad too, broadcasting in Australia, Germany, and here in the UK with a typically lower energy host with the most British name of all time.
So, anyway, I'm Derek Livingston, happy to be your host this Saturday night.
With their expansion abroad,
Is it
Russ
Prime
and
Darth?
Co were confident that
I don't
HQ
see why
was
it's such
here
a
to stay.
dumpster
He bought
fire,
a
though. It seems
gigantic bottle
fine.
of champagne that he proudly displayed in the HQ office, only to be opened when the broadcast first reached 3 million simultaneous viewers.
Oof.
But that would never happen.
Oh. Shit. What happened? DARPA
Even
take
at
him
the
down?
peak of its popularity, HQ suffered from a lot of hiccups. The glitches were still common, and they would often prevent winners from claiming the cash that they believed they were entitled to after spending 15 minutes playing a toilet time app. HQ were also forced to delay payments for up to 3 or 4 weeks.
No, I'd never
so
even
they
heard of
could
HQ
sift
trivia in my
through all
life.
The bots that had attempted to win the game fraudulently.
When did this come out? This was 27... Wow, that was a long video. Holy fuck. Came out in 2017, right? I don't want to spoil what happened, but let me double check. Yeah, it came out in 2017. Throughout, like, most of 2017, I was, like, super offline. Like, I didn't pay much attention to, like, popular shit. Now I do. But, and I have for the last couple of years. But, like, 2017, I went, like, full-blown Amish, where I was only using the computer, like, all the time.
People who
But
had
somehow
won
missed this shit, I
legitimately
guess.
couldn't access their funds
I didn't use
until
Twitter.
they won over $20, including that woman
What
who
else was
had
big
the
then?
viral
Vine,
victory
I think. I didn't use
sticker.
Vine.
As she explained to
My
this
friends were
gay
too old for
TV
this.
demon.
A lot of the comments were saying, girl, you don't even know, you can't get that money. Because you actually can't cash out of HQ until you have $20, which I don't have. So...
Any decently sized Discord server could also
Misery
crowdsource
Subdoom.
the questions and
Potato.
win that way. Shout out my Discord boys. As the audience grew, the game got harder and less interesting to win. Like an overplayed song on the radio or a communal fleshlight, the game was being spoilt by its overuse. As 2018 trundled on, HQ's viewership stalled and then plummeted. By the end of the year, it looked like the novelty was wearing off. But Russ and Colin
I mean, it's really like a good idea, though.
But the company was in need of a
The shame they fucked it.
Many there disapproved of Russ's erratic leadership, so Colin took over as primary CEO. From there, HQ began experimenting with brave, new, exciting formats, like HQ Words, a Wheel of Fortune / Hangman ripoff hosted by Anna Roisman, who seemed to be aware that HQ's finances were getting a little dicey.
You know, you must have overdrawn the debit card today because you're eliminated on the game.
They also hired another self-styled comedian called Matt Richards to be the trivia game's secondary host. And he was fine. He was fine. He was alright.
Oh shit, we're going in. Oh fuck.
Yo, y'all want to see something funny?
Without millions of viewers, though, the app ceased to be attractive to big-name sponsors.
I like that guy.
Celebrity guests were
Robert De Niro seems out of place.
worn-out celebrity impressions.
Question 15.
Robert De Niro seems very out of place.
Come on, do it. Follow me. Hurry, the Earth is ending. It's the last question. Final round.
It looked like the app was sinking as quickly as it took off. And then, tragedy struck.
Hello, HQties. Scott here.
Hey, Scott.
I was looking forward to being back on air with all of you tonight, but not under these circumstances. It is with a heavy heart that I must share some tragic news that has befallen the HQ family. Our friend and founder, Colin Kroll, passed away unexpectedly early this morning at the age of 34.
What the fuck?
In December 2018, Colin Kroll died of an accidental overdose of cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl.
Holy shit, I didn't expect that.
Double heroin. It was a tragic loss of a genuinely talented and well-liked developer. His death devastated the company.
Jesus
especially
Christ.
because he had only taken over as CEO
Thanks for the dollar,
4 months
Winry.
before. Russ returned to his original role and doubled down on the experimental formats. Like HQ
Thanks
after
for resub
dark,
ASMR.
bonus host Matt Richards suggested a change to the original show's format. Well, actually, it was basically exactly the same, except with the addition of naughty no-no words.
What is bothering you?
Please just stop. Start the game. Gummy bear for life.
Bear.
Suck my ass.
There were also 2 hosts, which added
Take
some
that, Gummy Bear.
uncomfortable sexual tension to the proceedings, and also just made the whole thing look awkward as they tried to squeeze 2 bodies into the vertical frame. And this became especially difficult when the hosts decided to show up to their job shit-faced drunk.
Here, jazz is my life.
Whoa, wow.
Jazz is my life.
Vanessa Hudgens in the Princess Switch switched again.
Damn.
I like it. I like shopping.
It's your turn, right?
Oh, I also bought a.
What the fuck is happening?
Okay,
It's like a weird high school
Or in
reunion.
the case of this special Doug Benson episode, stoned out of their gourds.
But I am DB. You are DB. Those are my initials.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I was delayed as fuck. I was like, nice to meet you, DB.
Yeah.
David Blaine.
These edgy, intoxicated
This seems kind of
shenanigans
cool.
were pretty cringe. But
Disagreed.
also, it was kind of a good idea. Getting your hosts loaded is something you can't do in legacy media like TV and radio, for good reason.
I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2.
But still, they were taking advantage of their format, and I think that should be applauded. In the same way that you might applaud a drunk person at St. Patrick's Day for stealing a police horse.
Easy resub
Sadly,
Gypsy
though, all
in
this
creamy
wasn't
shorts.
enough to bring HQ's original audience back. By July 4th, 2019, downloads of the app were down 92% from what they were a year before.
Because everyone
and
owned
they were
it.
forced to fire a fifth of their staff.
Oh.
For his part, Russ doubled down, believing the key to resurrecting his tired, gimmicky app was by test driving several other gimmicks. There was HQ Tunes, a musical trivia and listening game where the music only worked for half the people playing. Not ideal. Later on,
Not
they
terrible
also
either, though.
tested an idea called HQ Drop, a spectacularly misjudged QVC clone that just seemed like an excuse to sell off stuff from the HQ office.
For the cozy holiday season, a beautiful HQ pillow. Let's roll it.
Man, this one didn't really pop very hard for them. They went from 2 million viewers to 289. That HQ pillow not hitting that hard, I gotta say. Jesus Christ.
This idea never left beta testing, presumably because future episodes would have forced them to sell off office chairs, ergonomic keyboards, and soiled coffee filters. Then there was HQX. This one was a head-scratcher. It was essentially a photo assignment game where you had a very short time limit to take a photo that matched the host's prompt.
What?
After you'd done that, you were able to Tinder swipe through everyone else's submissions, and then that...
There must have been so many dick pics.
I think. To be honest, it wasn't clear.
I want to see
your cock.
Baby Yoda impression.
Wait,
Swipe
what?
to the right, swipe to the left.
Baby Yoda impression? Wait, when did Mandalorian come out? When did that start? Jesus, what the fuck? This was going on, this is only like 2 years old. The first Mandalorian episode was November 12th, 2019. Damn, so this shit lasted a long time, and I never once heard about this ever in my life. I had never heard about HQ trivia. Ever.
Great pictures I'm seeing. Very close up.
They did get this cute little twink to host it, apparently
Thanks for
to appeal
resub,
to a younger demographic. It didn't work. As the other way that HQX was different from what came before was that there was no cash prizes. As a result, barely anyone tuned in. Which in retrospect, HQ should probably be thankful for, because if the internet were watching this photo assignment game, they would have received enough dick pics to turn the HQ servers into a digital glory hole. By early 2019, HQ
That's what I was
scraping
thinking.
the bottom of its venture capital
Hey,
bucket.
resub 3.
And so the company had no choice but to betray its entire concept. They had the gall to introduce a subscription model,
Thanks for resub
which
White
would
Wolf
have
and
users
Corrosive.
pay $10 a month just to play
I'm sorry to hear that, White Wolf.
Words, which wasn't even popular to begin with. And naturally, they introduced microtransactions,
Oof.
giving users the ability to erase wrong answers or buy extra lives. You might ask what the difference is between buying extra lives and erasing one of your wrong answers. And, yeah, you'd be right to do that. There wasn't one. No one was going to pay money to win money, especially after they had gotten used to getting it for free. While they were taking in a small amount of money this way, the app's numbers plummeted, leaving staff flailing and demoralized. Especially after April 2019, when their beloved quiz daddy went out for a pack of smokes and never came back.
Oh
Scott
no,
jumped
Scott.
on the bow of HQ's sinking ship for a baseball talk show called Change Up, which was cancelled a year later. But if you've still got some quiz
I actually
daddy
did hear about
issues to
Change
work
Up.
out, you
You
can
can believe
still
that.
catch Scott on his YouTube channel, where he makes weird HQ-based satire pieces directed at Bill de Blasio.
Oh, hello. It is your host in the command post, Queen Antifa, Captain ACAB, defund the police Simpson, aka the original quiz daddy, Scott Rogowski.
Yeesh. After Scott left,
Jeez.
stars scrambled
Oof.
to keep the company alive, but it was all in
Oof.
vain. By Valentine's Day 2020, it was all over. Russ announced that the company was kaput on Twitter, but he wasn't going down without a fight. He assembled 2 of his remaining hosts for one last broadcast, and it was unlike any that came before.
I'm excited. Do we have the footage?
It was beautiful.
Hit him with the shoulder. We don't care anymore, right, Anna? Man, fuck your hair is the last show ever.
If you hadn't guessed already, the
Nice.
hosts were loaded with more booze than the guests at a Russian funeral.
You know, we laughed because we had alcohol, but I'm crying on the inside because...
My
this is
tears. The inside of my body is so moist right now. Let's do a gift dorp.
Gift dorp. And these
Gift dorp.
shenanigans didn't end with mispronunciations. with the hosts actually berating Russ to his off-screen face.
Russ is an AI personality for a viral marketing campaign we created. It's an acronym for real, unsuspecting
shit.
I take that, Russ.
Didn't want them opening the bottle of champagne he'd saved for the 3 million users milestone. And in a perfect visual metaphor for the fortunes of the entire company, when Matt does open the bottle, the screen freezes and we don't get to see it.
My coat!
My iPad!
HQ went out not with a bang, but with an off-screen whimper.
No, fucking bang.
With some pretty uncomfortable sexual tension.
Thanks,
They're not even
Brian.
playing. None of you are even
Damper.
playing. You're here because you're the real HQ fans, or you just want to see if Matt and I blow up, which could happen.
We're gonna blow each other
up.
And that was the end of HQ.
I like Matt. That guy's good.
For about a month, in March 2020, Russ announced that HQ was coming back from the dead, like some kind of trivia-spewing Christ. It had been acquired by a mystery investor, who wanted the app back on screens.
Thanks for the bits, Don Booty.
There's no Quiz Daddy, but Matt Richards is back and he's outrageous as ever.
Matt.
Get out of here, 2020!
His name's Matt Dunn.
Can't you say we don't want you anymore?
And it's still glitchy as all fuck.
All right. Again, 14,829 of y'all still in it to win it. We got question 10 coming up in under a minute. It's coming. Eventually, you know.
They're still getting celebrity cameos. They're not as good, but they did secure that bitch Carol Baskins. They're still asking for money, but don't worry, they're not keeping it all. Some of it's going to charity, apparently.
I'm talking about Snap, a non-profit agency improving
brown
and
yellow?
enhancing the lives of older adults in Queens, New York.
I don't know about
It's
that.
uncertain how
Greedy
long
Postage
they'll
is just kind of
squeeze
boring.
more broadcasts out of HQ's bloated corpse. But for now, it lives on.
I can't believe that. I've never once heard of it.
Thanks for watching,
Ever.
everyone. You may have noticed that in the last few weeks, the channel has exploded like one of those beach whales that people poke on the beach and it goes all like...
Yeah, it's
But
looking
like
pretty
a good
good for ordinary things. Congratulations. I want to play some fucking HQ trivia now. Damn. Make sure to smash that like button and thumbs up, ring the bell, tell your mom I said hi.